In this lesson, you will change the order that objects are drawn on the screen so that the objects you want to see are not obscured. You will also learn how to intentionally obscure other areas that you wish to hide. Open the House 5 project file and zoom into the kitchen. Notice that the counters and the island line work is not visible. That's because it's underneath this floor object. You can change the order that objects appear on screen using the Draw Order command. Type DR, and that's the command alias for Draw Order. Press Enter, and then select the floor. You might need to use a crossing window in order to select it. Because it is a hatch object, sometimes it can be tricky to select, so try different areas until it highlights. And then press Enter. Let's send this to the back. Click the Back option, and now all of the line work that was previously obscured now comes to the top, and we're able to see it. However, I notice over here that the stove is hard to see because the floor pattern goes all the way to the wall, and likewise the refrigerator has the same story. I'd like to obscure the floor in those areas. To do that, we will create a wipeout object that covers each one of these appliances. Go to the Annotate tab and click Wipeout here in the Markup panel. The command line says Specify First Point or Polyline. I'll use the Polyline option and click on this Refrigerator polyline. Erase polyline, yes or no? I'll say no. That creates a new wipeout object. We succeeded in obscuring both the floor and the original polyline representing the refrigerator, so that's not exactly my intention either. Let's use the Draw Order command again. DR, Enter, and then go over here and select right here, press Enter, and let's move that above the floor. So click Above Objects, and then click the floor with a crossing window. Press Enter, and the rectangle representing the refrigerator is now riding on top of the wipeout object. And at the very bottom of the stack is the floor. Let's go over here and address the stove as well. I'll make another wipeout object, and this time I'll draw it manually. I'll click 4 points, snapping to the corners of the stove, and then press Enter. Again, the wipeout obscures the floor and the line work that represents the stove. Type DR, Enter, select the wipeout, press Enter, and then move it under Objects. Select Under Objects, and then make a enclosing window that selects all of the line work of the stove. Press Enter, and there we have it. The floor is on the bottom, the wipeout is next, and the line work representing the stove is on top. Note that Draw Order doesn't change the three-dimensional coordinates of the objects. It merely changes the order that the objects are drawn in. In this video, you learned how to use the Draw Order and Wipeout commands to control which objects are visible and which are not in terms of object overlap.